All right, how's everybody today? Did you have a good weekend, a good Sunday? Man, those games were good. Well, the games themselves were good. The officiating was horrible in both games. Oh my gosh, so bad, so bad. That seems to be the trend for the league this year, doesn't it? Very poor officiating. Anyhow, we've got something from all of our sports tonight to open. A little basketball, a little football, and a little baseball. Before we get started, of course, a little information to go over. So let's go ahead and get rolling with that. Sorry, guys. Allergies or something a little kicked up today. So feedback automated so that you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And of course, the other note there to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me, keeps me company, all that kind of jazz. We are next taking a look at breaks that are coming up in the next few days. This stuff is already listed on eBay. We'll be breaking it over the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, triple play baseball and a case of Contenders football. On Wednesday, a half case of mini helmets. That's the back half of a case. Another case of Leaf Best of Football. And Crown Royal Basketball comes out Wednesday. We'll open a full case of that as well. On Thursday, we're going to open, what are we going to open? An autographed basketball jersey, another set of Gem Mint, another set of Crown Royal, and more Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. On Friday, we will open Gold Rush, a pair of Gold Rush autographed mini helmets, and another case of Contenders football. On Saturday, we're going to do mixers for all three sports, baseball, football, and basketball. And for those of you who did some of the last mixers with me, you remember we did some of the fantasy sports for football, and it was really awesome. So not only did I go back and get us more fantasy sports football, which is in that mixer again, I also found us a fantasy sports baseball and one for basketball. So each of those mixers will have a little fantasy sports box in there. So hopefully it'll be as good as the last one was. Here's the information that you need to know for tonight. We have one free shipping break. That's the Gold Rush Gem Mint. Should be on the way to you on or before Saturday. The free shipping stuff usually goes out 6 or 7 days after an auction ends, or at least that's where I project it to go. It does often go sooner, but shouldn't go any later than that. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Leaf Best of Football, Ultimate Draft Baseball, Bowman's Best Baseball, should be on the way to you no later than Thursday. Blah, 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 blah. I was torn between possibly and probably, and I couldn't get either one out. So anyway, should be on the way to you no later than Thursday and possibly sooner than that. That's what I was trying to say a minute ago. And of course, consolation cards probably are going to come into play tonight. So if you are in the free shipping break, which is the Gem Mint, and your team isn't pulled, I typically will hang on to your consolation card until you have a package headed your way because it's a free shipping break. If you would like to have it sent sooner, just drop me a note and let me know. If you're in any of the other three, Leaf Best of Football, Ultimate Draft, or Bowman's Best, and of course, Bowman's Best, everybody's going to pull cards. If you're in either one of the other two and you don't hit, your consolation cards will go out with the rest of the break because it is a paid shipping break. So first up tonight, this is going to be 12 packs. They do them by packs of 2019 Gold Rush Gem Mint basketball. So it's a box, and a box is a case of this particular product. At any rate, it just came out recently. And this is break number 1. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 21st of January. This is all, of course, eBay breaks. You have got your team names on the left-hand side. Your name is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side if you're the lucky winner. If you are not in this break and you're in one of the upcoming breaks, not to worry. You're going to get a chance to see your name up there when we get to your particular product. Last but certainly not least, I did just change the focus. That's why it went a little bit out of focus in the background. But don't worry, it's going to let us look at our cards up closer than we would have otherwise. So it's all good. It's all going to work out. So who's here tonight? Dirty Dog is here. Griffin, Orlando. Orlando, we don't have any unpaid stuff tonight at all, as a matter of fact. I know. Thank you guys and gals, everyone, for getting payment in tonight. All ready to go for all the breaks. I appreciate that very much. Greg's here. Joseph is here. Joseph is in Arizona. Hi, Joseph. Griffin, I'm with you. Griffin says he'd like to be in Arizona because it's very cold where he is. I agree with you, Griffin. It is quite very chilly here as well. So I think we're all a little envious of you, Joseph, for being in Arizona. So yeah, pretty much. And Randomness YouTube is here as well. Breaking Boxes is here. And Brandon and Christine. Yeah, so yeah, Brandon, no unpaid anything tonight. Everything is all paid up. So again, thank you guys for that. And Christine, let's try to find you something awesome in here. Of course, Jim Mint baseball, guys. It's graded cards, all of them. And usually in each box or case, whichever you prefer to call it, we'll find a couple of autographed ones usually, and then the others are just going to be graded of a variety of types. And of course, to be Jim Mint, you know, they're going to be 9.5 or higher. This is a Devin Booker rookie card for the Phoenix Suns, and it is graded to 9.5. And I tell you what, I don't really like that little notch they use. It doesn't seem to work very well. Then out of Brilliance, we have a Klay Thompson out of 2012-13 Brilliance. That is a 9.5 Gem Mint as well, of course. Juan is here too. Hi, Juan. And man, why some of these just don't want to come open out of there at all, do they? There is Mr. Kyrie Irving. That is out of Revolution, but the Chinese New Year edition from last year. And it is graded to 9.5 for the Celtics. Buckeye Bean is here. Hi, Buckeye Bean. And Buckeye for Fun is here. Oh, all the Buckeyes are here. How about that? There's Brandon Ingram for the Lakers. That is also, of course, graded to 9.5. This is a 2017 Father's Day. So it's the rookie card for Brandon Ingram. It's numbered to 499, and it was a Father's Day card. You know, Panini sometimes offers those deals where if you buy certain things on Father's Day or Mother's Day or whatever, you can get an extra pack of cards with it. So it would have come out of that. An Isaiah Thomas rookie out of Past and Present, 2012-13 Past and Present. Sacramento Kings, also graded 9.5. Mickey is here, just jumped in. Hi, Mickey. Yeah, Griffin, you know what? I think we're supposed to get, aren't we supposed to get more kind of cruddy weather coming through Kentucky, Ohio, in that corridor? Aren't we supposed to get hit again this weekend with something? I don't know if it's going to be snow or if it's just going to be really cold, but I think we're getting something. Bradley Beal, that is out of 2012-13 Hoops for the Wizards, graded 9.5. Oh, here's our first autograph, and it is out of 12-13 Past Present. And it is George McGinnis, Elusive Ink. The autograph is graded to 10. The card itself is graded to 9.5. And that, of course, is the Indiana Pacers. Next up, we have a little Donovan Mitchell rated rookie out of Optic. And it is graded Gem Mint 10. That one was PSA DNA graded, of course, but that's why it's in that. It looks slightly different than the graded ones we get from Beckett. Here's our other autograph. That's nice. That's Jamal Murray out of 16-17 Contenders Draft Picks, and it is numbered to 99, 9.5 card grade, 10 autograph grade. Jamal Murray, of course, that's his collegiate uniform, so it's going to go to his current team, which is the Nuggets. So Nuggets and Pacers with autograph hits tonight. so far. Usually that's what we find in here is 2. Every once in a while you'll get lucky and maybe find another one out of Gem Mint, but generally Gem Mint out of any sport with Gold Rush will give you a couple. A rated rookie, Kyle Kuzma, and that is 9.5 out of 17-18 Donruss. And then we have, we got 2 different people on here. It is to 9.5. We have Tim Quarterman and Ben Simmons. Of course, Ben Simmons is the 76ers. Tim Quarterman, I don't know, guys. I got to look that up. So I'm just going to have to sit over there for a hot second. Because, of course, again, those guys are in their collegiate uniforms. So we'll have to do a little research. This is the champ is here out of 17-18 Optic. It is the Golden State Warriors, Kevin Durant, to 9.5. Now, let me look up Mr. Quarterman here to see what I need to know about him. And then we're going to try to figure out what we need to do with that card. They would have to throw us for a loop on that when they put an extra little deal in there. It looks like, I think he played overseas, but let me see if he's playing in the G League or anywhere here currently. That again, of course, we know the Ben Simmons side of it, where it goes is the 76ers, but let's see what I can, does it say anything at all about this guy? Yeah, it looks like he might be in the G League for the Bulls, possibly. Or the Clippers. I can't tell what in the heck he is. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on a minute. I'm trying to figure out. I guess maybe he was on a bunch of different rosters, okay? And I'm trying to get to that's the Summer League roster. That's not where we need to be. I need to be on the G League roster, so sorry. Hang on. NBA.com has all these different rosters. And it would seem to me that he is, it says he's a guard for the Windy City Bulls on this page on the bio at NBA G League, but then it shows up at the top that he plays for the Agua Caliente Clippers. So, like, I don't know which one is correct. Anybody have any idea? That is on NBA.com. So, yeah, okay. So I'm going to go with the Clippers because that's what it shows as his logo up there at the top. I'm going to assume that is correct. And again, that is on the NBA.com G League roster. Currently shows him as the Clippers in G League. So 76ers and Clippers are what come into play there. Let's go over here, see if we have the same or different team owners. So our Clippers, that's A. Jace, and our 76ers is Handwoven Luxury. So we do have 2 different teams involved, which means we are headed over here to random.org. For those of you who may not know how this works, or maybe you haven't done one here in a while, it's always going to go in left to right or top to bottom, depending on how a card is oriented. In this case, Ben Simmons is on the left. He is a 76er. And on the right-hand side is Quarterman, which the G League is showing a logo of him being with the Clippers in the G League. Going to hit random 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. It is the 3rd and final random that will make the decision on this one, guys. So good luck, and here we go. So you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here's our 3rd and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp. It comes up as the Clippers. So I'm just going to, this is in a bag, okay? So I'm not writing on your actual holder, of course, because it's in a, you know, a little resealable bag. But I'm just writing that on there so I can remember it when it comes time to sort it. So to recap this, that is headed to the Tim Quarterman. He's currently G League Clippers, according to NBA.com. Then we have the Kevin Durant to 9.5 for the Warriors. Kyle Kuzma to 9.5 for the Lakers. The Jamal Murray to 9.5. Again, collegiate uniforms are going to go to current team, so that's the Nuggets. Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. That one was Gem Mint 10. The Pacers to 9.5. So Pacers and Nuggets got the autographs out of here tonight. And we have the Bradley Beal for the Wizards to 9.5. Isaiah Thomas as a Sacramento King, 9.5. Brandon Ingram, numbered to 499. That was Panini Father's Day rookie card. Again, 9.5. Kyrie Irving out of Revolution, but the Chinese New Year version that we had last year. A little Klay Thompson from Brilliance, 12-13 Brilliance for the Warriors. And then a Devin Booker rookie card for the Suns. So that is Gem Mint basketball all taken care of. So let's get the spreadsheet up here one more time, and we're going to be next rolling into Leaf Best of Football, if I can get it up here. So once again, if someone wasn't tuned in before, here is the information you need to know. It is also the order we're breaking in. So Gem Mint is what we just finished. Leaf Best of Football is next, followed by Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, followed by Bowman's Best. Once again, the free shipping break tonight, Gem Mint, should be on the way to you on or before Saturday. Our paid breaks tonight, which is everything else, should be on the way to you on or before Thursday. And of course, consolation cards in the free shipping break, if you're due one of those, typically are held until you have a package going out the next time. If you're in one of the paid shipping breaks, it will ship out with the rest of the break. So a 10-box case of 2018 Leaf Best of Football full case break. It is break number 5. Everything, of course, ended tonight on eBay the 21st. We're breaking it the same night it ended. We've got, once again, team names on the left-hand side. The winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. And Leaf Best of Football has been awfully good to us. Hopefully going to be again tonight. Please note that redemptions do have their own bidding category, okay? That is because redemptions are a new addition this year, but they're also not for cards. So the redemptions that we find in Best of Football, if we find one, would be for either a rare pack of cards or a sealed box of cards or some type of memorabilia, or we might not find one at all. But redemptions does have its own bidding spot. So if we do pull a redemption card, it is going to go to that bidding spot. Now let me catch up on chat over here. Let's see. Juan, you had the Warriors. Well then, yeah, man, you did all right, didn't you? You got a few hits out of there for your Warriors. Raw, I don't know. I never remember if you like it pronounced Raul or Raul. I have a friend who pronounces it Raul, so I'm not sure which way you prefer. But whichever way you prefer, I'm going to guess that you probably saw by now what the order was that everything is breaking in. But if you did not, Bowman's Best is up last tonight, so you are probably 30 to 40 minutes away from being into Bowman's Best, I would say. Something like that. Nate, I see that you were talking about where Quarterman was drafted. Yeah, the thing is, when they're in collegiate uniforms like that, or all-star uniforms, etc., it goes to their current team. And anybody who, you guys might not know it, some of you, especially if you haven't broken here a lot, or maybe it's your first time breaking with me, down at the bottom of the listing, there's a little area called Special Circumstances. And in that area, it talks about all that sort of stuff, like how cards are awarded when someone is in a collegiate uniform, or like a card that doesn't designate a team name or logo, etc. It talks about how all that is done. And of course, again, for the collegiate, it is their current team. So that's the deal with that. And Griffin, you said somebody's not going to be happy. Yeah, somebody's, anytime you have to do random, somebody ends up, not being happy. The person that doesn't get it, of course, is never going to be thrilled if random doesn't roll their way. So I do understand that for sure. I've been on the losing side of those myself. Well, Joseph, again, I'm just going right by the NBA website for the G League. So we go by the official websites. So in the case of basketball, it is the NBA. And if you look on the NBA G League player list, it lists that he is playing Agua Caliente Clippers, which is an affiliate for the Los Angeles Clippers. So he did previously play in Israel. For sure, he did. I don't think he is currently, though. It certainly looks like that he is currently on the roster for the Clippers. And again, that's just using NBA.com's G League website for the roster. Buckeye, I'm not sure what you're asking me there. Of course, you know everything is going to ship out of here, right? So if you had a hit, of course, absolutely, it's gonna ship to you. So I'm not sure if you had a different question, Buckeye Bean, or not. But if you did have a different one, if you can let me know what that other question is, please. Stang Lover, you are looking for Lamar Jackson. And Griffin, you need a good redemption tonight. Aruna needs the Lions. Griffin needs the Packers. Chadwick wants Baker Mayfield. And Griffin said he spent all of his money tonight. So we definitely have to give him some love then, don't we, if he spent all his money. So each one of our boxes is going to have a buyback and a Leaf Original. Leaf Original, of course, is going to go to current team. So Christian Kirk is the Arizona Cardinals. Our first hit out is a nice one. That is numbered to 10, and it is Roger Staubach for the Dallas Cowboys. That is out of Plates and Patches originally, 2016 Plates and Patches. And by the way, I was told today by one of my distributors that they actually made less Plates and Patches this year than they made last year. And you know there wasn't even enough to go around last year. And they actually gave me less this year than they gave me last year. And I spent twice as much with them. So there you go. Go figure that. Baker Mayfield for the Browns was our base card. And we have a little Derek Carr. We're not going to be able to see what this looks like inside, but you know it's awesome. It's out of Playbook. It's his rookie hit. Of course, it's the Raiders. It's numbered to 49. When you get it, of course, you can cut that leaf seal there and open that bad boy up and take a look at it. But all we know for sure is you've got a Derek Carr Playbook autograph. I'm assuming probably relic in there too. Numbered to 49 for the Raiders. And that is Anthony Miller for the Bears. And you asked for a Baker Mayfield, didn't you? I believe you did. How about Out of Immaculate? Will that work for you? What a nice hit, and on demand, so to speak. It is numbered to 99. You've got the relics and the looks like a hard-signed autograph there, as best I can tell. Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns making an appearance. So Chadwick ordered that one up and got it like special edition. Philip Lindsay for the Broncos. Cowboys have another hit. This is a rookie card numbered to 99. It is out of 2016 Black Gold Ezekiel Elliott. So that's pretty darn nice too, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pretty solid hit. The second one for the Cowboys. You already have that nice Roger Staubach. Now you've got that. And we have Kerryon Johnson and the Lions for our base card. And a graded card, no less. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is out of 2006 Topps. First and 10 autographs is the card set. That is one Terry Bradshaw. Oh, that is nice. It is graded to 9. The autograph grade is also a 9. It is numbered to 50. And okay, well, you know I love that. I love my Steelers, so that is pretty flippin' sweet. I love Leaf Best of Football. I wish every product was Leaf Best of Football, kinda. There's another Baker Mayfield base for the Browns. Another graded card for our hits, and that is one Carson Wentz out of 2016 NT Collegiate. Got a nice patch, hard signed autograph, card grades to a 9, autograph grades to a 10. The Eagles with Carson Wentz. Little rookie hit headed your way for Philly. Christian Kirk again for the Cardinals as our base card. Our hit in here is Winning Combos. Oh my gosh, that is Troy Aikman and John Elway. These are crazy good hits. It is numbered to 15, and you know the deal, guys. We'll have to go look up and see if we have the same or different team owners. If it's different team owners, that will be awarded using random.org as well. So we'll see where that ends up headed. Sam Darnold and the Jets, our base card, and another Cowboys hit, and it is Ezekiel Elliott again. Daggone, man. That is out of 2018 Impeccable. It is graded to 49, 9.5 card, 10 grade on the autograph. That appears to also be hard signed. So if you have the Dallas Cowboys, you might as well just back up the Brinks truck because you're doing extremely well. Calvin Ridley, Falcons. Deshaun Watson. How about the Texans getting involved late? This is numbered to 25. It is out of XR football originally. 2017 XR football. Last box mojo time, kids. Like, we don't hardly, I feel guilty even asking for more mojo because I got to tell you what, it's been very nice what we've hit so far, but we're gonna press our luck and ask for a little more mojo here out of the back end. Royce Freeman and the Broncos. And I tell you what, I'm about to make Chadwick extremely happy. Look at that, Chadwick. What are the odds? You got a second Baker Mayfield out of here, numbered to 399 out of Absolute Football. So whatever it is that you paid for the Browns, you definitely got your money's worth because, hello, you just got another hit. Meanwhile, we got to go figure this out. So here's the deal. If the Broncos and the Cowboys have a different team owner, then we're going to go back to random.org. The Broncos are on the top, Cowboys are on the bottom. That's how they would be entered. Once again, we would hit random 3 different times. The first 2 would not count. It would be the third and final random that would make the determination of where that card goes if we've got to do that. So let's find out. Our Dallas Cowboys, Josh and Sherry. Our Denver Broncos are Mangu. So we do, guys and gals, have to go back to random.org to find a home for that card. I always hate having to do that because I don't want to take it away from either team. But you can't split it down the middle, so unfortunately we do have to use random. All right, good luck, Broncos and Cowboys. Remember, it is the third random that's going to make the difference, okay? So you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here is our third and final. There's 3 times our date and time stamp. It comes up unbelievably to the Cowboys again. That is just insane. Cowboys already have so many hits, and yet they keep coming, don't they? All right, I'm going to put this in here once again so that I can write on it and I don't have to go back and watch this later to see that random. Okay, let's recap. First, we'll do our Leaf original cards. Once again, these all go to current team. So Broncos, Falcons, Jets, Cardinals, Browns, Lions, Broncos, Bears, Browns, and Cardinals. That's how those go. Now let's do our graded cards. Ezekiel Elliott to 9.5 for the Cowboys from Impeccable. Carson Wentz, rookie out of NT Collegiate, to 9 for the Eagles. The nice Terry Bradshaw for the Pittsburgh Steelers to 9, numbered to 50. Then we've got ourselves another little stack of hits in the back here. This one was awarded to the Cowboys using random.org. It is John Elway and Troy Aikman. There is Baker Mayfield for the Browns. Deshaun Watson and the Texans, numbered to 25. We can't see inside this, but we do know it's a rookie autograph for Derek Carr, numbered to 49. For the Raiders, it's out of Playbook, so most likely you've got a relic and autograph in there. Another Ezekiel Elliott, crazy, to 99 for the Cowboys. Another Baker Mayfield, that one is out of Immaculate. It is also numbered to 99 for the Browns. And then this handsome fellow for the Dallas Cowboys to 10. That is looks like a hard signed Roger Staubach. It's out of Plates and Patches for the Dallas Cowboys. So the Browns and the Cowboys kind of cleaned up on that, didn't they? I think so. Joshua said he must be the Cowboys because he's like, yes. Chadwick's pretty happy too right now with his Baker Mayfield request. Rung the bell for him not once but twice, so not too shabby there either on the part of Baker Mayfield and the Browns. So I think everyone has seen this by now. If you happen to jump in here late and you missed it earlier, please review what you see there on the screen. Hit me up if you have any questions. If you're watching live, type them into chat. If you're watching after the fact, you can always shoot me a message over on eBay and I will answer you as soon as I see it. We are coming up next into a 12-box case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. It's full case break. It is break number 5. Couple of things you need to know. The Minnesota Twins have no hits in this product, so they were not listed for sale in the break. Of course, nobody's going to have their team names or team logos shown on the card, so they are going to go to their current teams. And, of course, we use MLB.com or MILB.com for the minor leaguers to determine that. Now, we did have a little trading going on today in baseball, and it is already officially up on the transaction page for MLB.com transactions. So the changes are this. Shed Long is no longer a Cincinnati Red. He is now a Seattle Mariner. And that also is part of that same 3-team trade. Josh Stowers went from the Mariners to the Yankees. So those are a couple of changes that just took place. And it is on the transaction list for today on MLB.com. So that's how that's going to, if we get either one of those tonight, that's how it's going to affect them. Shed Long will now go to the Mariners, and Josh Stowers will now go to the Yankees. Dirty Dog says, no wonder the Cowboys go so high. Yeah, I got to tell you, there's I think almost every case we've opened of Leaf Best of Football has had at least one Cowboy in it, I think. And certainly we have had cases where there have been more than one Cowboy in the case as well, like we had tonight. So the Cowboys are typically pretty well represented in Leaf Best of Football, and I'm assuming that that's kind of throughout, not just here with my breaks. I think that's across the board. Anytime you break it, I think you're gonna probably find that the Cowboys are showing up fairly often anyway. Aw, Griffin. Griffin says he's going to have to go stick his head in the snow. Aw, Griffin. Because we didn't get you anything good. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I always hate when that happens. I mean, believe me, guys, I've been on your side of the fence. I know. It's no fun. No fun at all. Dirty Dog, you just typed in 2. What are you typing in 2 in regard to? To what? You know my mind doesn't. You know my mind wanders. I can't retain things. I'm sure it's something we were just talking about, but I haven't made the correlation as to what. Maybe you're saying you're going to stick your head in the snow too? I don't know. I hope not. We definitely don't want that. Oh, 2 Cowboys in every case. I got you. Speaking of the snow, though, there was a funny little article I saw somewhere in Kentucky. I forget what city it was, but they had built this really big snowman, like really big, like 8 feet tall or some crazy, something like that. And a car deliberately ran into it to knock it over, like, you know, whatever. I guess they thought it was a game or would be fun or whatever the case might be. But what they did not know is that the people who built it and owned the property built it on a big old stump of a tree, like a several foot tall stump of a tree. So the car that thought they were going to have a little fun and knock down somebody's snowman that they worked really hard to build, snowman actually survived. Car probably didn't come out of that encounter too awfully well. Oh, that's hilarious, though. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, Joseph, you said that you lost sound, and now I'm looking to see, did anybody else? I don't think so. Bob, you're looking for the Brewers in here. Dirty Dog's looking for the Red Sox. Joseph, you did refresh and sound came back. Okay, well, good. All right, sounds like maybe it was just like a weird buffering thing or something. I don't know. That happens sometimes. YouTube gets all crazy somewhere along the way. So each one of our boxes here, we're going to have 6 autograph cards in them. And of course, hopefully, we're going to know where most of them go. But occasionally, I may forget one. I've got a little cheat sheet over there that I look up if there's one I have forgotten. And I would imagine we'd be able to find about anything we would need on there. But if one comes across that I don't know and I don't have on my little cheat sheet of ones that I forget from time to time, then we can always look it up. So first out is Josh Bro. That is the Yankees. Next out, numbered to 15, it is Noelvi Marte, Mariners. Chris Bubik, Kansas City Royals. Andrew Kenzer to 25. Andrew is a Cardinal. Estevan Florial, Yankees. Nolan Gorman is a nice little hit there for the Cardinals. Next up is Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles. Then we have Grant Levine for the Colorado Rockies. This is Simeon Woods Richardson, Mets. Ronaldo Hernandez, I do have to look him up. I can't ever retain him for some reason. Tampa Bay Rays. O'Neal Cruz is a Pirate. There's Mr. Acuna. We know where he goes. That is numbered to 15 for the Atlanta Braves. We have so far, I believe, had Acuna in every single case of this we've opened, I believe. I don't think we've missed any. Gleyber Torres, Yankees. Ethan Hankins, that is numbered to 15. And Ethan is a Cleveland Indian. There's your Red Sox. Tristan Casas coming out for the Boston Red Sox. Steele Walker. Steele is a White Sox, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, Chicago White Sox. Elio Ramos is the Giants. A redemption. Fernando Tatis Jr., Padres. Nice one. Nico, Cubbies. Cole Winn, Rangers. There's Mr. Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers. And Nick Schnell to 15, Tampa Bay Rays. Ryan Weathers, Padres. And Mr. Shohei Ohtani, numbered to 15. Haha, nice. Angels. I think we've pulled him out of every case as well. So that's the beautiful thing about some of these short print runs. your good, really good signatures come out almost every case or virtually every case because they produce so few cases that they can afford to put them in. There's Joey Bart, number 2 overall draft pick, San Francisco Giants. There's Alec for the Phillies. And this is Marco Luciano. I have to look Marco up. Can't remember Marco. Marco, where are you, buddy? He's also a Giant. There's Bobby Dalbec, numbered to 10. So Kansas City Royals with a... I'm sorry, Bobby Dalbec is a Red Sox. Why am I saying Kansas City Royals? I was thinking Chris Bubbick. This is Bobby Dalbec, sorry. To 10 for the Red Sox. Elio Ramos, 15, Giants. And Joey Bart again, that one to 25, Giants. All of a sudden, San Francisco's kind of crushing it here in this break. Louis Robert for White Sox. Ronnie Mauricio for the Mets. Grayson Janista, Atlanta Braves. Numbered to 25, that is Jake McCarthy for the Diamondbacks. Jordan Groshans, I was trying to get him in there and he about took off on me. Numbered to 25, he is a Toronto Blue Jay. And this is Mr. Nick Madrigal to 15, White Sox. Here's DJ Peters to 15. DJ is a Dodger. Noah Naylor is the Indians. Cole Roederer to 15. Cole is a Cubby. Alexander, I never say this right, Canario or something, maybe not even remotely like that, but he's a Giant. However you say his name, he's a Giant. Nick Madrigal, White Sox. Robert again to 15 on that one. White Sox. Urias and the Padres. Lucan Baker, Cardinals. And Josh Stowers, as I mentioned, he was involved in a trade just today. He is numbered to 15, and he was traded today to the Yankees. So Josh Stowers to the Yankees. This is Adam Kloffenstein, or Stein to 15 for the Toronto Blue Jays. We've got ourselves a little one-of-one printing plate. I always like getting those. That is Jordan Adams, and that is headed to the Angels. There's Urias again to 25, Padres. Hey, Stang Lover, have you been on here? Did I see you earlier? Or did I not see you earlier on here? I don't think I knew you were logged in, but hi, if I didn't say hi earlier. You need Mariners and Royals. So we've hit some of each for you already, but we'll try to find you some more. Jared Kalenic, speaking of, numbered to 10. How about that? Just what the doctor ordered for the Seattle Mariners was Jared Kalenic. Michael Grove, this one is numbered to 5 for the Dodgers. Jonathan India for my Cincinnati Reds. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did ask for Lamar Jackson Mojo earlier. That's right. See, I was reading through so many comments right there in a row and multitasking. I didn't retain that. But yeah. We did mess that up for you, didn't we? Didn't have good mojo. Alec Thomas, Diamondbacks. But we made up for it here, hopefully. Jesus Sanchez, Tampa Bay Rays. There is a second Acuna for the Braves. Yeah, we did not deliver on Lamar Jackson earlier. Over-delivered on Baker Mayfield, though, didn't we? I'm shocked he was in there twice in that one. That's super unusual. Osiris Johnson, numbered to 10. I believe he's a Marlin. Let me double check, though. He's one I tend to get wrong sometimes. Yes, he is a Marlin. Matthew Liberatore. We know who Matthew is. He's a Tampa Bay Ray and a kid that I like, numbered to 10. Daniel Lynch is out next. Daniel is a Kansas City Royal for Stang Lover. George Valera, he is a Cleveland Indian. And you know what? We don't pull him out of every case. He's not in here as frequently as some of the others. So Indians, that's an extra little nice hit for you there. There's Keibert Ruiz, and he is a Dodger. And Baby Vlad, were you getting worried if you had the Blue Jays? I bet you were. Yeah. Well, there is Vlad Guerrero Jr., Toronto Blue Jays. Next out is Jessen Rosario, and Jessen is another one I have to look up. I don't ever remember him for some reason. Where is he? A Padre. I don't know why I can't retain him, but I can't. And then we have ourselves Xavier Edwards, and Xavier is also a Padre. There's Alec Thomas again for the Diamondbacks. There's Griffin for the Blue Jays. Jordan again for the Blue Jays. Juan Soto, numbered to 15 for the Nationals. I think we might have missed one case with him. I think we had maybe one case where we didn't hit Juan Soto, and the rest of them I think we did. A little last box mojo time here for Leaf Ultimate Draft. And we're starting it off with Joe Gray. And Joe Gray, where do you go, buddy? He is a Brewer, numbered to 15. And there's Carlos Hernandez, who has actually kind of a cool signature. Kind of like that for Carlos there and the Royals. Travis Swaggerty. I was beginning to get worried we weren't going to find that kid for the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's a second Jared Kelenic for the Mariners. So, Stang Lover, we've made up your mojo for sure by now. Jordan Adams to 25 for the Angels. And Wander Franco live. Nice. A lot of the Wander Franco stuff has been redemptions, but right there he is live for the Tampa Bay Rays. So that's surprisingly a good thing. He's typically a redemption when we find him. So, all the way around, another nice case of Leaf Ultimate Draft. I'm not going to read everything off again, because if we did, it'd be just like doing the break again. But what I will do is run through everything here one more time for those of you who perhaps missed it the first time, or you just need a second look at one of your cards. This is going to give you that opportunity. Then, of course, coming up next is Bowman's Best. It's our last case of Bowman's Best. So we'll find out if we save the best case for last or not shortly. But we have a little more Bowman Draft still to open. And, of course, we have another case, I think maybe one more case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. Couple cases of Bowman Draft, but this will be the last of Bowman's Best after tonight. But then again, we're only 10 days or so away from the start of our 2019 baseball collecting year. We'll commence on the 30th of January with Topps 2019 Series 1. Well, that's assuming that they don't change the date. I don't think they will, but you never know. You never know. And it looks like this year that allocations are going to be a little looser on baseball, at least for the early products. Now, who knows how it will get as the season progresses, but from what I'm seeing so far of the early year stuff, I think we're going to be able to get a little bit more than we have for really probably the last couple of years. We have gotten a little bit less than I wanted. I think we might be on track to get about what we want for a change coming up. All right, let me get the spreadsheet set up for this. All right, let me put your view on here with my view. So by now, yeah, right? Everybody's seen it? I think so. If you have questions, let me know. Information about consolation cards and for our 3 prior breaks if your team was not pulled. Shipping information for all 4 of our breaks tonight. Bowman's Best, of course, every team's going to pull cards and all the cards do ship. So everybody will be getting packages for Bowman's Best. It is an 8-box case. It is break number 9, the last of the Bowman's Best. And of course, it also ended tonight on eBay, the 21st of January. Team names on the left, winning bidders right across from your team name. And everything else, yeah, pretty self-explanatory there, I think. Now we just got to get our mojo fired up. We got to make this last box the best, right? Or last case, I mean. We always do last box mojo, but this time we're going to do last case mojo. We're just going to see if we can make the whole case crazy good. How do you think about that? Yeah, I think that's a good plan. So, if you have not opened Bowman's Best Baseball before, it's got 2 mini boxes inside of each master box. Then each one of our mini boxes has got 2 autographs in it, which means, of course, our master boxes have 4 in them. And there's all kinds of numbered cards and parallels and refractors, like 2/3 of the cards, probably about 2/3 of them refract. The first time through, we'll stop and talk about the inserts and things a little in a little more depth, and then after we go through and do that the first time, then we just kind of keep on trucking. Unless you have a question about something, we kind of keep on rolling after we establish what's what out of our first box. There is a little more odds and ends Bowman's Best that'll show up in the mixers, just because I had a few loose boxes from that one distributor who has an odd habit of sending me loose boxes. So there are a few loose boxes of Bowman's Best still hanging around that we'll be putting into mixers and stuff, and not many of them. I think 2 or 3 of them maybe, and there's a little bit of Finest and Dynasty is in that mixer. There's 5-star in there. A lot of odds and stuff. So, Dirty Dog, you said you need a Brady Singer and a Jackson Kowar, huh? So you're all in on KC tonight. You know your Royals play here in Lexington for the Lexington Legends. It's the single A team for the Kansas City Royals right here where I live. So a lot of your young guns played here last year and played very well, I might add. In fact, they won their little divisional championship deal. So Kansas City, young guys are definitely looking good for Kansas City. Used to be affiliated with the Astros. So like Jose Altuve and some of those guys came up through here when we were still Astros affiliated, but been in Kansas City for a few years now. So I don't get out there a lot though, like hardly ever. I haven't been out there in a while. I should, I know. It's bad. I should go and support it more. I know I should. Oh, this is your first time. All right. Well, nice to have you. You know I'm going to pronounce your username wrong. It could be iSans, because that could be an I. It could be an L. It could be a capital I or an L. But it ends in 7. So I'm just going to call you 7 for right now. So I know. You'll get used to that about me. I'm really bad at pronouncing names and usernames. So we're going to call you Seven. And Seven, welcome. I'm glad that you joined us tonight. Hopefully we're going to have some good beginner's luck for you here. We're going to try our best anyway. Corey's here. Hey, Corey. How are you? You said you are still down in Arizona and you're healing up. Well, that is good. That is good. That is good. You're missing Alaska, really. Like, I am shocked. I would, not that I'd be shocked that someone would miss Alaska. It's, you know, beautiful part of the country from all indications. I'm just shocked that you miss Alaska in the winter, right? I mean, it's so cold there. So cold, so cold. Joseph, you've got the A's in here. All right, well, we got to get a little A's mojo going for you too then. Randomness needs the Rays, and Rawl needs the Padres. All right, we got a lot of mojo requests here on our last case of Bowman's Best, so we'll see what we can do to make it happen. First out, we have an autograph coming up for the Cubs. That looks like it is Alberto's. And so Cubbies drawing first blood, if you will. So refractors, guys, anytime you see when the light hits it and it gives you that pretty little rainbow of colors that you see moving around there, those are, of course, our refractors. There are loads of those that we will find as we go along. This is an atomic refractor, of course. It is Jared Kelenic. He's a Met there. These were printed prior to his trade, so goes, of course, always to the team on the card when there is a team on a card. This is numbered to 250. It is our purple parallel, Manny Machado and the Dodgers. We haven't yet seen, there's one of our inserts. So best performers, that entire insert set refracts. So every best performers that we see is going to be a refractor. And the Oakland A's, you ask for them, you got them right up front. You don't even have to sweat it out. You know Mojo's on your side tonight. That is Matt Olson for the Oakland A's, giving us our second autograph hit out of this box. Early indications, again, another set where the entire set refracts, and ditto for power producers. So every time you see those particular inserts, just know they are refractors. Next up for the Twins, how about a little green parallel to 99 of Mr. Royce Lewis? A little color coming out for Minnesota. Corey, you said it's a lot prettier in winter, too. Well, I guess that's true. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see how that would be the case. I'm just so over cold weather that I can't imagine myself in Alaska in the winter. But, you know, this is Aaron Judge to 150 for the Yankees. Oh, Raul, you just want Fernando Tatis. Oh, I hope we can find him for you. You are right. He doesn't come out of here super often, but we're going to try to conjure him up for you tonight and work our mojo. That is Elio Ramos for the Giants. We will try our very best to find him for you. The Mariners with an atomic refractor for Segura. This is Neophyte Sensations. There's not a ton of these that will come out. We might have anywhere from, 4 to 8 or so in this case. That particular one is Rhys Hoskins. That is another one where the whole insert series refracts. And so that's how that rolls. Now, the rest of these, unless you all have specific questions about them, I won't necessarily call out every time we have a refractor or an insert unless someone specifically wants me to, or you have a question about one, in which case I will. But otherwise, we probably won't. Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles, because it can get, very repetitive otherwise, considering that 2/3 of these cards are either refractors or inserts. Gets very much like Ferris Bueller, Bueller. Refractor. I know, I digress. So we're not far out from pitchers and catchers report, you know? What are we, like a couple weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks from that? Not far at all. So we're going to be, well, they are going to be back to work. But we still have an awful lot of unsigned guys hanging around out there. My Reds have just made some really weird deals this whole off season too. I mean, for sure, we've upgraded the roster some, but we're just bringing in everybody who we'll have for 1 year, and then they're all going to be free agents. That seems so dumb to me. And then, of course, a lot of the people we're bringing in have various issues as well. I don't know. But I guess Sonny Gray, I haven't seen all the details of that trade yet, but that 3-team deal that went through today, I guess Sonny Gray must have agreed to some sort of an extension, because I think that's what had been holding that trade up, is that the Reds wouldn't complete the trade until he, you know, came forth and said, yeah, I'll agree to sign an extension or whatever. So maybe we made some headway with him, but I don't know. Some of the moves the Reds made were a little head-scratching, but of course, I guess that's always the case with my Reds, isn't it? That's why we're perpetually down there in the cellar, the bottom of the pack. Nick Schnell and the Tampa Bay Rays. And so many years since my Reds have been good. Victor Robles, that is an atomic refractor for the Nationals. But who knows? Maybe some of it will pan out. Here's our first gold of the night. It is to 50 Pirates, Mitch Keller. Always good to see the gold. We need to see a little red. We need to see a little orange out of this case, right? We want it to work hard for us. And Colton Welker for the Colorado Rockies is our second autograph hit out of that box. So, I don't know. I don't know about this trade today. I mean, I guess, you know, certainly even if Sonny Gray is probably a fraction of himself, he's probably still an upgrade over half the people we had. So, we can't really complain too much, I don't suppose. And this is for the Marlins. Brian Anderson, purple parallel to 250. And goodness knows we did have an excessive amount of infielders stacked up down there in the minors, so it didn't hurt us that much to move Shed Long, I don't guess. There is another gold, this one to 50, and it is Carter Kieboom for the Nationals. Autograph to 50. Neophyte Sensations Walker Buehler. For the Dodgers, there is an atomic refractor Larnach for the Twins. Power Producers insert. And an autograph for the Cubbies, Aramis Ademan. Yeah, that you're talking about randomness. You're talking about the Kieboom, right? Yes, that I think is a nice hit. I mean, kid ought to be, I don't know, he should be coming up pretty soon. If he doesn't make it up at some point this year, I would definitely think he would next year. I mean, he shouldn't be too far down the line, I wouldn't think, for Carter. Somewhere around here, I gotta find it, but somewhere around here, I've got a 1-of-1 printing plate out of 15 or 16 Bowman that somebody hit one night, and then they never paid for their team. So I ended up with all the cards, and one of the cards was an autograph printing plate for 1-of-1 for Kieboom. I don't know what I've done with it though. I need to find it, along with a lot of other stuff. I need to send off a giant pile of stuff to have it graded. Then I might not mind selling the individual cards as much if they were graded. That would be easier to do than selling them individually ungraded, which most of you know I don't like doing, so I never do, which is why I have so many around here. They add up over time, the people that don't pay for them and stuff like that. I'm kind of sad to see Bowman's Best, the last case of it. I like Bowman's Best a lot. Well, you all know I like Bowman, period. I'm a sucker for prospecting. Kind of always have been inclined to go that route, so kind of sad to see Bowman's Best leaving us. There's a nice hit for the Mets. You've got Jared Kalenic on the Best Performers insert, and that is actually hard signed. That's not a sticker. A lot of times, as you know, with Bowman and Topps, if you get the autograph on an insert, it is quite often a sticker, but that one was not. It's Robert, White Sox, Early Indications, Atomic Refractor. Randomness, you said you got to see, I'm assuming you're talking about Keyboom in Arizona for fall ball, and he's fast and he has a pretty swing. Well, good. Yeah, I mean, I think he's supposed to be pretty good. Of course, his brother plays professionally as well. But yeah, by all indications, I mean, it looks like Carter should be pretty good. Alec Thomas, Arizona Diamondbacks. Autograph hit. Power Producers, Mr. Bryce Harper. But yes, everybody's still just anxiously awaiting to see where Machado and Harper go. I mean, I think it's really interesting, though, that it turns out, well, we don't know for sure, but it looks like the mystery team in the race to get Machado might be the Padres. And if that's I think that's very interesting. Ryan Weathers came out there for the Padres. I think it could be really, really interesting if Machado goes Padres. Atomic Refractor for Acuna and the Braves. And we have a little Brandon Marsh and the Angels. Salvatore is here. Hi, Salvatore. How are you? How's your night going? Hopefully well. Hopefully you're having a good night. Joseph, I agree with you. That was a nice Jared Kalenic. Of course, he's going to be... I don't know where they'll have him, and I guess by the time we see regular Bowman, which will be the spring, they will have updated him to be a Mariner. I mean, that trade went through a while back, so these cards obviously had already been printed and done, but won't have too many more opportunities to find Kalenic as a Met. The newer stuff, of course, there's one left in there, is the Mariners. That's why we always look inside there. Haha, this one is stuck. You were in the Leaf Best of Football? Yes, Salvatore. That will, after we finish, Bowman's Best is our last product of breaks, in our breaks for tonight. So after we get this finished up sometime within, I don't know exactly how long it takes, guys, but I would say within a couple of hours of the time it's finished. It could be sooner than that. I'm not really 100% sure. But I will upload it, and there will also be a leafed archived version of the break. Sometimes that one is available first. The only difference in the leafed archived version that they save themselves automatically and what I upload, the only difference is when I upload it is that I add the proper tags and titles. It's to make it easier to search and description and that sort of stuff. Acuna Neophyte Sensations. And on the one that YouTube saves, it'll just say like live stream or something like that. But that one could be up first. Sometimes the one I upload shows up first. There's really no rhyme or reason to be honest, sometimes as to which shows up first. Royce Lewis, that is an atomic refractor for the Twins. But at any rate, it shouldn't be too terribly long after this break is over. You should be able to see it. A couple hours, I would think. Scott Kingery, Phillies, little rookie action coming out for Philadelphia. Yes, Josh, of course, all of the hits go in top loaders, for sure. I mean, I don't do them right now as we go because that just takes considerably more time. But of course, they all ship in top loaders. Naturally, we're not gonna send out your autographs without any protection. I think if you look through my feedback, I think you'll find one of the things in there that is commented quite frequently is that I try to anyway do a very good job with getting everything protected and shipped. So I don't think you'll have any problems with it. That is Matthew Liberatore for the Tampa Bay Rays. Next up is Noah Naylor, Cleveland Indians. How about that, Mickey? Right after you typed in Indians, you hit Noah Naylor. How's that? That's working for you. Making life happy for your mojo tonight. It's like on demand. You guys ask for it and it shows up shortly thereafter. This is a really nice hit for the A's. It's Jesus Luzardo. It's the green parallel numbered to 99. So if you've got the Oakland A's, that is quite a good little hit for you tonight. There's an Ohtani base that went by. Wasn't a refractor, though, just a straight-up base for him and the A's. Randomness, I like Liberatore as well. I think, but Travis Swaggerty is actually kind of, I like Swaggerty for the Pirates. I like Liberatore for the Rays. Of course, you know, Jonathan India for my Reds. Love Joey Bart, but I have kind of a thing about catchers anyway. I always like catchers for some reason. So, I think overall, pretty good draft class. So, I think we're going to have some fun with some of those guys. Salvatore, what did you say about ship? What were you asked? Did I say something? Instead of saying upload, did I say ship before? I might have. I don't know. If I did, I'm sorry. I meant upload when I was talking about your videos. Sometimes my brain doesn't connect with what I'm saying. So if I misspoke on that, man, sorry about that. Dirty Dog, you are now going to try to make the mojo work for your Brady Singer. Yeah, well, see, I mean, right? That's how it's been working tonight. You guys ask, and it just kind of like shows up. So let's see what we can. Let's see what we can do. Oh, randomness, you like Swaggerty too? Yeah, I like the Pittsburgh Pirates a little bit. You know, I mean, I am a Reds fan for sure, but I enjoy watching a lot of different teams in baseball. Because, well, frankly, let's face it, my Reds haven't been good for a long time. So, you know, it's hard to, like, have rivalries with other teams when you always just get the stuffing beat out of you. So, I don't really have, like, I don't have a bunch of baseball teams that I'm like, ooh, I hate them, they're our rivals. I'm kind of like, you know, I watch a lot of different teams, and I like a lot of different players. So yeah, that's how that goes. For the Tampa Bay Rays, it is Nick Schnell. Salvatore, all the cards do ship. Guys, it always will tell you in the listing description if something varies from the norm. It's always going to say in there if not all the cards ship, or if something has its own special bidding category, like we broke out the redemption cards and Leaf Best of and that sort of thing. It will always tell you that in the listing description. So if it doesn't say anything about that, then it is the standard of all cards shipping. That is Trey Turner to 150 for the Nationals, the blue parallel. And so in this one, for sure, they are all headed from me on the way to you. For the Pirates, there is the man of the hour, Mr. Travis Swaggerty, with an atomic refractor. Next up, you have Trevor Larnach for the Twins for Minnesota. Salvatore, you said you want to get into some baseball on eBay, but you like it when all the cards ship. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, there certainly are some that I do where not all the cards ship. I mean, we recently did a full case of Bowman Draft, and not all the cards shipped. The paper base had its own bidding category. But, of course, again, that was stated in the listing description and all that kind of stuff. But when we did the half cases, I did ship all the cards. But when we do full cases of something like that, where you're talking 3,000 or 3,000 plus cards in a case, then I don't sort out the paper base and stuff like that. But many of my breaks, all the cards ship, but not every break. That is Royce Lewis for the Twins. It's the purple parallel to 250. But I probably do more. I definitely do, I would say 95% all the cards ship. Maybe 5% there's something broken out that doesn't. This is about to be a really nice hit. If you got the Minnesota Twins tonight, and they sold very reasonably tonight, you just made your money back in spades. Look what you have there. Nice little Royce Lewis to 50 early indications. So that happens to be a nice little hit right there. Hi, Scott. Did I see you jump in there a minute ago? I don't know if I did or not. But I see you in there now. How are you, Scott? You're booing base cards? Why are you booing base cards? Come on, Scott. Don't boo the base cards, man. They didn't hurt you. How you been? Have you been out working at the horse park again? This is Jonathan India, Atomic Refractor for the Reds. And then we have a Neophyte Sensations, Atomic Refractor, Ahmed Rosario and the Mets. And let's see what else we can find in here. Connor Scott, Marlins. Little autograph hit. Oh, you didn't work outside today because it was too cold. Well, that's good because it was ridiculously cold. And I think it's supposed to be getting a little better tomorrow, I think. And then maybe warming up through the rest of the week so that we, just in time for it to like turn nasty again around the weekend, I think is the general idea, which is just, well, it's just winter in a nutshell. What are you going to do? One day it's 10 and the next day it's 40, and that's Kentucky for you. Oh, you called in sick today. Yeah, well, you know what? You probably would have gotten sick if you hadn't called in sick if you were trying to work outside in this today. So probably was a good decision, I'm thinking. That would be my 2 cents on it anyway. Have we seen anything yet for the Brewers, guys? I'm sure there have been cards go by for the Brewers, but in terms of the parallels or the autographs, I don't think so. But I will definitely recap it at the end of the break. We'll go back and recap all of the autographs. We'll recap all of our color and our atomic refractors. We don't recap our regular refractors, of course, but the atomics and the color and the autographs we do. So to answer your question, I'm sure there have been cards for the Brewers, but as to what they are, you know, if they're all base or if there's any parallels or anything, that I'm not 100% sure of. So I don't always pay attention to the, you know, like who's on the best performers and things like that. I don't really retain that most of the time unless it's numbered or something really unique about it. Had a redemption. It's sitting up there face down, guys. We'll flip it at the end of the break along with any others that we might find along the way. Our first orange of the night, and that is numbered to 25 for the Blue Jays. It is Jordan Groshans. So you got a little orange finally making an appearance for us tonight. I'd like to see some red still yet. Daniel Lynch, Kansas City Royals. Not your Brady Singer, but Dirty Dog. We've got you at least moving in the right direction there with a hit for your Kansas City Royals. Moving and grooving in the right way, anyway. Basketball, Scott, Wednesday. Crown Royal comes out on Wednesday for basketball. There is the Texas Rangers, Cole Winn. I think, isn't Cole Winn the only autograph possibility for the Rangers? I think he might be. So, there he is. Got your wish list fulfilled there if you have the Rangers tonight. Juan Soto, Neophyte Sensations for the Nationals. An Atomic Refractor for the Rockies with Colton Welker. Dirty Dog thinks that redemption is going to be for the 1/1 Brady Singer. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice. Oh, I like this hit. I like this hit a lot. Tampa Bay Rays, Brendan McKay. This kid is another two-way player. And, you know, I mean, who knows what will happen. Shohei Ohtani might be paving the way for some of these other guys to actually make it to the majors as a two-way player, whereas in the past, yeah, they might let you play around with it in the minors and then make you choose when you get to the majors, but you never know. Brendan McKay might make it up two-way. Who knows? Ozzie Albies. This is a nice little Neophyte Sensations Gold, numbered 250 for the Atlanta Braves. One of your two excellent rookies that you had this year for Atlanta with Ozzie and Acuna. Josh, you think that redemption is going to be Yordan Alvarez? He's live in here, I believe. We have pulled Yordan Alvarez several times in Bowman. I'm pretty sure it was in Bowman's Best where he's live. I mean, you know, we've bounced around between Bowman's Best and Bowman Draft, but I'm pretty sure Yordan Alvarez is live in here. I know we've pulled him live out of something a number of times, and I'm pretty sure it was this and not Draft. So, I mean, it could be that he also has redemptions in here. I don't know. But I'm fairly sure he's live in here. Randomness, you like Brendan McKay as well? Yeah, he looks like he's going to be pretty good, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. I like Sean Jelly, who, of course, came out of UK, where I went to school. And he is with the Giants. So, of course, you know, Giants going to be tough to get in Bowman in the spring because, well, Joey Bart. That's why. So I'll probably have to, I don't know if I want to battle to win the bid for the Joey Barts. I might just buy my Sean Jellies after they come out and somebody is looking for Joey Bart and they don't want him. And they just sell Sean. Yeah, here's all these Sean Jelly cards. Okay, cool, I'll take them. So I might end up buying him separate instead of buying into the breaks just because of the Joey Bart effect on the Giants. But we'll see. Detroit Tigers, you have a little hit here for Mr. Franklin Perez. And of course, you know, Joey Bart wasn't in draft for Topps. So he'll be in regular Bowman in the spring. and then should be in the other, Bowmans going forward. But Topps kind of has that habit of taking the number 2 overall draft pick every year and holding them out of Bowman draft so that they have, I guess, something new for regular Bowman in the spring. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Jonathan India to 250 for my Cincinnati Reds, purple parallel. And there's Josh Stowers, Mariners. Of course, he was traded today, part of a 3-way trade. He has been sent to the Yankees. Shed Long went from my Reds to the Mariners. Sonny Gray went from the Yankees to the Reds. I think there was another player involved as well, but I can't think who it was. A lesser-known player involved in that 3-way trade as well. The Yankees, Trevor Stephen. So we'll see how it all shakes out for Cincy. I just don't want to lose 100 games, Andrew Benintendi, Red Sox, Atomic. Neophyte Sensations, Ozzie Albies, Braves. Yeah, if we could just maybe avoid losing 100 games, that'd be great. There's an Ohtani refractor for the Angels. So lots of Ohtani bases gone by, but I think that's the first Ohtani refractor that I've seen. And you tried to jump away from me, Yelich, but we managed to hang on to you. Here's a nice hit. Jared Kalenich's already come out once on an insert. Here you have him again to 99 with the green parallel and the Mets. Second Jared Kalenic out tonight. And we are at that time of night where it is last box mojo time. Got too many boxes left, but you know that, of course, too many boxes make up one master box. So we're going to call the whole thing here is last box mojo. Remember, we do have one redemption sitting up there in our housekeeping area. We'll flip that over right after we look through the rest of our stuff here. Find out who that is, and then we'll head over to the Topps website and verify the team for it as well. Topps website won't tell us what it's numbered to. The Panini website, you find out both things. It verifies your team and tells you what it's numbered to, but Topps does not do that, although usually we know because their numbering is consistent, unlike the numbering that we have over at Panini. Their numbering's not consistent at all. Joseph, you're looking for a big A's hit. I tell you what, man, that Luzardo hit was pretty big A's hit for you. That was a really quite a nice hit. And you had another A's hit too, but I forget who it was. But the Luzardo one, the bigger one of the two, in my opinion, anyway, for the A's out of the two that you have. And this is an early indications. Man, that is the second Royce Lewis, too. Twins are crushing this. Wow, that is numbered to 25. And you have the Atomic Refractor early indications, Royce Lewis. So Twins are doing quite well tonight themselves. So congratulations there. This has been a pretty good case as a whole. Padre Atomic Refractor, Ryan Weathers. So we've had, we did pretty well with all of our Bowman's Best, honestly. I don't think we had too many cases where we were just like, Usually some very good stuff. Casey Mize, that is a great hit for the Detroit Tigers. Of course, your #1 overall draft pick there with Mr. Casey Mize. Did I stack those backwards? I did. I try to stack the refractors as Shohei best performers separate from the base, just in case, somebody has a question about one. It's usually about one that refracts, so I try to stack them separately. Here we have a blue parallel for the Nationals. It's Bryce Harper to 150. There's Baby Vlad refractor for the Blue Jays. And we have a Pittsburgh Pirates coming out with Escobar. So we've got one live autograph hit yet to find, and then one redemption yet to flip. Charlie Blackmon, Rockies, Atomic Refractor. And where are you, last autograph? There it is. And that's nice, too, for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas. And he's a little bit tougher pull, honestly, out of here. He doesn't seem to come out with the same frequency as some of the others. At least not for me, so I'm glad to see that. Tampa Bay Rays, purple parallel to 250. It is Willy Adames. And then last is Verlander. Okay, so that is the last of our live stuff, the last of our packs that we had to open. But we have a redemption that we're going to flip over. We have some things that we will recap after we flip our redemption over. We'll recap the atomic refractors, the color, and all of the autographs. Okay, our redemption is Bryce Turang. You know who that is? It's a Milwaukee Brewer. Hey, hey, how about that, 7? We did have a little bit of beginner's luck for you. It just happens that it came out as a redemption as opposed to being live in here. But that's all right, because you'll still have some good luck at least. So let's head over here to the Topps website where we will verify that Bryce is a Brewer. We kind of know he's a Brewer, but that's all right. We're going to look him up anyway if I can find him. They've redone their checklists on here, so it takes me a minute occasionally. So this is going to be the best of 2018 autographs that we are looking for down here for Bryce. We'll find him here in a second. There we go. Where are you, buddy? Right there he is. You can see Bryce is a Milwaukee Brewer. All nice and happily officially verified from the Topps checklist. So we always verify those at Topps and Panini when it's possible, even though we usually know the answer. That way it's all up there on the screen and everybody can see it and follow along and know what's happening with it. All right. So first let's recap our atomic refractors. We've got Rockies, Padres, Red Sox, Rockies, Mets, Reds, Pirates, Twins, Braves, White Sox, Twins, Nationals, Mariners, and Mets. So that's the unnumbered atomic refractors, unnumbered and unsigned, I should say. To 250 for the Rays, 150 Nationals, 250 for the Reds, 250 for the Braves, 25 for the Blue Jays, 250 Twins, 150 Nationals, 250 Marlins, 50 Pirates, 150 Yankees, 99 Twins, and 250 Dodgers. Now our autographs, the redemption for Bryce Turang and the Brewers. Tristan Casas, Red Sox, Escobar. For the Pirates, Casey Mize and the Detroit Tigers. A really nice Royce Lewis. That's numbered to 25 on the early indications. Atomic refractor. Really nice hit there for the Twins. Jared Kelenic to 99 for the Mets. Then you have Trevor Stephen for the Yankees, Josh Stowers, Mariners, the Detroit Tigers with Franklin Perez. There's that nice Brendan McKay for the Tampa Bay Rays. Texas Rangers with Cole Winn. Kansas City Royals, Daniel Lynch. Connor Scott for the Miami Marlins. Another Royce Lewis. I mean, you had one in there to 25. You've got another one to 50. That's like insane. Early indications gold. It's just a really nice pair of hits for Milwaukee. And you also have, for the Twins, you have Trevor Larnach. Did I say Milwaukee a minute ago? Royce Lewis, of course, is a Minnesota Twin. I got Milwaukee Brewers on the brain. So I was thinking about it for our beginner's luck for our friend there, 7, but Minnesota Twins, I meant to say if I said Brewers, with really good luck with the Royce Lewis and then the Trevor Larnage. Tampa Bay Rays, Nick Schnell. Here's that nice Lazardo to 99 for the Oakland A's. Noah Naylor for the Indians. Tampa Bay Rays with Matthew Liberatore. Scott Kingery for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh, Angels, Ryan Weathers, Padres, Alec Thomas, Diamondbacks. There's your other Jared Kelenic for the Mets. That one's on the best performers insert. It is hard signed. Aramis Ademan for the Cubs to 50. That's Carter Kieboom and the Nationals. Colton Welker for the Rockies. Nick Schnell, Tampa Bay Rays. For the Baltimore Orioles, Grayson Rodriguez. Elio Ramos for the Giants. There's your other Oakland A. It is Matt Olson. And then we got things started off tonight with Albertos for the Cubbies. So that is the recap for tonight. Those are all of our breaks for tonight as well. I am going to put up spreadsheet information here one more time for anyone who missed it. We'll show you both the anticipated shipping dates, and then we'll also take a quick peek at what we're going to be breaking here in the days ahead. So if you didn't catch any of that earlier, you jumped in late or whatever, here it comes, coming at you live now. So our paid shipping breaks tonight, Leaf Best of Football, Ultimate Draft Baseball, and Bowman's Best Baseball are our paid shipping breaks. Should be on the way to you no later than Thursday, probably sooner, but should be no later than that. And if you got skunked in one of those first 2 breaks and your team did not pull a single card of any type, your consolation cards will ship out to you with the rest of the break. Of course, in Bowman's Best, every team pulled cards, so no worries there. And our free shipping break tonight was our Gold Rush Gem Mint Basketball. And on that one, if your team was not pulled, typically your cards, your consolation card for a team that didn't pull anything would be held for the next break, simply because it is a free shipping break. It would typically be sent the next time you have a package going out. If you want it sent sooner, you just drop me a line and let me know. I will gladly get it on the way to you early by itself, all right? So there is that. Then, looking at the days ahead, tomorrow we've got a Hit Parade Triple Play baseball box. It's got autographed memorabilia, 3 items in it, a baseball jersey, a baseball, and a photograph. Then we will open a full 12-box case of Contenders football. On Wednesday, we're going to open a half case of Leaf Autograph mini football helmets. It's the back half of a case we started a couple of days ago. It will be another case of Leaf Best of Football, and then we'll open Crown Royal Basketball, which is a new release for Wednesday. So we'll crack into it the night it comes out, as we normally do. On Thursday, it is a Gold Rush Autograph basketball jersey break. Another case of Gold Rush, Gem Mint Basketball, another case of Crown Royal Basketball, and some more Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball. On Friday night, we'll do a pair of Gold Rush Autograph mini football helmets combined for one break, and a case of Contenders football. On Saturday, it's all mixers. We'll do a baseball, a football, and a basketball mixer. All the details about what products are included and what hits you can expect to find in those products will be in the listing description for each one of them. So we should have some fun with all of those mixers on Saturday. Now, did I have a question in here then? Dirty Dog, you said McGinnis graded auto from the first break. Oh, man, I have no idea. You're talking about was he a pacer? I do not have any idea what card set that was from, man. And I have already moved that on off, of course, because that was the first break on it. I don't know. I'm sure it was Panini, though, because I don't, it's rare that we would have a basketball card by anybody other than Panini. Every once in a while, you'll come across an Upper Deck or an older Topps, but that wasn't far enough back. It's got to be a Panini, I would think. But I can try and find it for you. I can shoot you a message later or something. When I pull that stuff back out tomorrow or whatever, I can take a look and give you more details if you need it. And or of course, obviously the video may be up before I get that done. But one or the other, one way or another, man, I'll get it to you. All right. Just shoot me a message on eBay and remind me that you need to know. I'm sure it's Panini, but if you're talking about the actual brand, that I don't remember. The Redemption, I mean, it's just a best of 2018. There's, not anything special about it. It's just that. Oh, I've already changed the focus, guys, so I don't use autofocus because of this reason. You got to do that 100 times before the camera will pick up on it and focus on it. But I had already, of course, changed it since we had been done looking at cards. But that is that. And, Dirty Dog, I don't mind telling you or finding it for you. It's just I've already stashed it because, in between breaks, I moved the first stuff off and then put in the other stuff. But if you shoot me a little message when I'm working on it tomorrow, getting it prepped, I will happily fill you in on that. All right? Okay, guys and gals, that is it for me tonight. So I will catch up with you again tomorrow night. We'll be back at it. So hopefully I will see you again soon. If not, enjoy the rest of your week and try to stay warm. Bye now.